GECV is back, and I am pleased to announce it is Standish913 in the house, representing KC. How you doing, my man?
Let's go, man. I'm super excited to be on here, first off.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, brother.
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm so glad that you contacted me. I've seen several other artists, that have previously been on, and that I seen where I think Houston was Sunday.
Yeah, coming on Sunday. Looking forward to that. He's a character, man. So you need that kind of energy, that kind of vibe on your show. Jumping straight in, man. Give us a rundown. Where are you from, brother?
So I'm from Kansas City, Kansas. The 913. 913.
We're gonna go straight in with this. Looking at your actual music, what do you consider to be your main? What's your main attribute within the music industry? What do you do?
Man, so I had the single Early in the Morning. Right now that I'm pushing, it was kind of just an urge I had. I don't know. I had done everything except for release music. So
was it a necessity?
I had wrote, I had managed, I've done ebooks, I had done everything other than people telling me like, bro, you should, we'll be in the studio like, bro, you should do that. Like, what are you doing? And throughout like all my years, I get in there, I would do stuff on hooks and backgrounds and just weird things. But I just never had like I don't know what did it. I want to say COVID did it to me.
Fair enough.
It made me just, I was like, I've done it all. Let's do a track.
You look like you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fire. And so far I've gotten nothing but great feedback.
I have to say, you've released it at the right time as well. It's kind of coming into springtime here. It's a bit of a summertime vibe to it. So I think you've got really something that's going to be played in the clubs throughout the summer, my man. Yeah,
it's fire. And Rue produced it. I don't know if you're familiar with Rue. Do you know who Rue is?
No.
Okay, well, Rue, man, y'all should definitely tune in to Rue. It's ROUXX. Man, I don't even know how to explain it other than he's so talented. It's crazy. So like the producer on that track is like crazy. He's verified on Instagram everywhere. You can find him.
Have you worked with him before?
No, we were doing a couple projects on promotion and marketing, and at the time I was just in that, that state of mind where I was like, man, I really want to do a track. And he was every night we were talking, and he's like, I'm going to the studio, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So I'm like, you want to do this?
Does it feel good?
It turned out beautiful. So it's dope.
Do you see yourself doing this more often then?
For sure. I've actually got a handful of tracks wrote.
So it was what was missing then? Was it integrally missing from your career? Was actually stepping into the booth, getting something down, and it being Standish913, period?
Period, man, period. I didn't waste the 15 years that it was just networking. At this point, I did everything. I got all my networking off of being the talent manager, off of being in the VIP section, off of, not as an artist. I didn't have to do any of that stuff to get where it's at now. So already having that and then connecting the artist into everybody already knowing me. I should have, I feel like I did it right though. I feel like I really did it right that way.
Looking at your early part of your career within the music industry, what did you like fall into first? Was it a street scene promotion? Was it something of that kind of nature? Man,
when we first started, it was MySpace. Wow. I was kind of like the MySpace phenomena at the time. I was working with 3 6 Mafia a lot on MySpace, Lil White, Project Pat, Frasier Boy, Chrome Corleone, DJ Paul, Juicy.
Wow.
Crunchy, LaChat, Gangsta Boo.
That's some stable there, my man. Well done.
Yeah. So that was kind of what I started out doing. Shout out to MySpace Mike too. MySpace Mike was the first guy that introduced me into anything online. you know, my parents had the NASCAR shop before I started all this
Yeah.
stuff, and we were always with NASCAR drivers. You know, Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth, Jeff Gordon. So, you know, I took it as like, you know, I'm 8, 9 years old. If my mom and dad's right here and me is right here with the NASCAR drivers, why can't I do this myself?
You made the
And
right
that's what
move.
kind of took me along. And then MySpace came out, and then I met MySpace Mike. They called him MySpace Mike back then, and he was a graphic designer for Hypnotized Minds, 3 6 Mafia, and that I can't. That's it's history from there. We really went crazy from that point on, and I don't even know where he's at nowadays because it's been so long. And you know, I cut off from 3 6, you know, pushing him after so many years on MySpace, and you know, different platforms coming out. You know, it was different artists that were wanting to work with me and saw what I was doing with other people, and it really went crazy. And we were really after the MySpace days, a few years into the MySpace days, then we went to the street team. That's when we started doing the street team. I had street team members running around, hitting windows, hitting car doors, hitting gas station windows. I mean, just everything, gas pumps.
That's kind of disappeared, hasn't it, from the music scene now?
Yeah, right. It's extinct, really, to be honest.
I missed the CD, the whole CD thing with the street team, and getting a little mixtape on a CD and it being pressed, and the information you receive on the CD inlay. It's something that really, hopefully, it comes full circle and we revisit those days.
Yeah, it's sad, you know, but like I could honestly say right now, I would never. I mean, it just wasn't worth it, you know.
No.
People really didn't listen to the stuff. It got to a point to where when I was doing it, I was just wasting, you know, paper and CDs and shit at the time. I mean, they'd be in the rain, on the sidewalk, snow, tore up, you know. It's just like it was a point to where everybody.
What would you consider then to be like your success stories? What stands out for you?
What stands out for me? Like in everything that I've done, out of everything.
When you look back and you think to yourself, right, that's a success, that's something I'm going to take with me that I hold dear to myself.
I mean, honestly, man, there's I've kind of been everywhere, man. I from music to television to so many different things. That the number one thing that I think out of everything that I've done, it's definitely meeting Daryl McDaniels, DMC. That right there was the moment that changed everything that I had ever done, period. No matter if I had started 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or hadn't started at all. Yeah, it you know, Daryl, man, he's helped me more than anyone in this industry. And I just, you know, at this point, it's like nobody's done that. I've met people on the same scale bracket all day, and, you know, they didn't give no chances. They didn't give no advice, no help, no nothing, man. They just brushed you off like they were, you know, like they were better. And, you know, here I am. And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how things work. You know, it was just that networking.
I sat up when I saw it a couple of weeks ago on your Instagram with Darren Daniels actually saying, "Watch what my boy Standish has done." It makes you sit up and take note. It really does. So I set my hat off to you. It must have been a hell of a ride. Being with him.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, 12 years now. It's been about 12 years, me and him, since we first connected personally. When did
you gravitate towards doing an interview platform? Is that just a passion?
Man, honestly, I used to do it. So about 10, 11, 12 years ago, I had standishpromo.com. And Standish Promo, you know, because I was pushing Standish promotions really heavy. I was doing the biggest shows, biggest venues in Kansas City at the time. So I wasn't really worried about pushing myself as an entity as much as I was pushing the promo company. So it's all crazy because just to look at it, like just right here, I feel like I'm scrambled, but at the same time, I just, you know what I mean? I don't know. I love it, kind of just dig into all of it. So
How
it's
would you
crazy.
actually describe? Are you going to pursue something then more aggressively? I mean, I've noticed as well. You've moved in. You've got Standish Records, 913 Records. Is that something that you think, as you get a little bit older, that is a natural thing to take up?
I'm, it's always been, that's the thing. I always go back to, I used to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I wanted to do it for so long, but every time I tried it previously, I didn't get the results, and I kind of, everywhere again. So I feel like with the age and with the networking that I've done, I feel like those things are hopefully, as of now, as I can see it, they're all going up. So I'm hoping that I could take that to the whole next level and be able to finally bring it to life like I wanted to 10, 12 years ago, without any of the extra stuff. That internet stuff was just coming out back then. Nobody knew what any of that stuff was really.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people die for it. They need it. They use it
They
every
do.
day.
And the quality, let's be honest, the quality of music is out there.
Oh yeah.
The independent artist nowadays is absolutely just phenomenal.
Man, there's so many like fire artists that just don't even, nobody knows about them.
Yeah.
And it's just because it's mainly because of the simple fact, because they won't pay these guys, $100, $200, $500 for a little bit of exposure, and in that little bit you network with those people, and those people are gonna, it's easy, man. It's easy with money. Honestly, it's easy with no money. So, you put some money into it, and it's like, man, that promo is definitely worth it.
There is an environment of people not wanting to pay for services nowadays. They do want that leg up. They do want it for free, and I suppose really it's detrimental to their own success. If they could see, I mean, the way you market yourself, let alone anything else, you'd think that it was a natural step for an artist to take. They'd see somebody doing what you're doing and be like, it's just a no-brainer.
Right. And that's the thing I've dealt with probably the most in these years is just people on BS.
Yeah.
It's just they either want it for free or they want to, there's always something, it's just like, bro, like, if you can't go buy this sheet right here, it's like, what are we going back and forth for, man? It's like, you came to me, like, I'm trying to help you. And it's always something so simple too. It's always something so crazy, like small amount or
miss the mark. You can miss the mark, can't you, by just a little bit and done. But
it's crazy.
There's the flip side that you only really need to hit that mark once.
Right.
And you've got a successful record on the go. Are you going to pursue any kind of live performances for yourself?
Any what?
Live performances, any shows?
Live performances, man. I honestly, I did so many shows that I wasn't the artist on, but I was bringing artists on and setting them up, that at this point, no. At this point,
the whole what's it called? The whole idea of the talent shows nowadays, the audiences don't turn up, do they?
No, I mean, it's not even work. I mean, for where I'm at, for where I'm trying to be, no, it ain't work to either pay to get on a show, or, nowadays there's so many different back ends on them shows. And I'm just, at this point, I'm cool. I've done so many myself, and I've seen artists come on.
I've done two and never again. Two
right.
And
what do they do? What did it do? It's like it's just a waste. I mean, honestly, it's honestly like a studio. I always say that too. A studio is a waste. Yeah. You're going to the studio every day, all day, and recording, and you think that's cool. It's a waste. You're wasting your money, you're wasting your time, and you're showing that you're a bum because you're sitting in that studio doing nothing, bro. That's another thing. It's another thing.
Quick fire round. Auto tunes, yes or no?
Huh?
Quick fire round. Auto tune. Do you agree with it? Yeah or nay?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Auto tune.
Auto tune.
Yeah. Do you like it or not?
If it's not T-Pain, no.
Simple as that.
Yeah, if it's not T-Pain, no.
Caribou Lou or Psychology 101?
Caribou Lou.
Good man. Has to be, doesn't it?
You know I was going to.
Jay-Z or Kanye?
Jay-Z, all the way.
Why?
Man, Jay-Z, he's more than just an artist, man. He's a businessman. He's anything. He's anything and everything, bro. Jay-Z's the GOAT, period.
I was even though I confess that, you know, I know my music, but I was kind of surprised when I found out during the halftime Super Bowl show that Jay-Z wrote Still DRE.
Oh yeah, I did know that. I just told that to my boy Craig on Live Me.
What?
Like 2 months ago.
Yes. And then I saw the interview with Snoop on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne, and he was saying he came in and we were struggling, and half an hour he wrote the tune, and done my verse, Dre's verse. There you go.
Go.
Never knew that.
Jay-Z's go, man. Go.
Aftermath or Death Row Records?
I'm gonna go with Aftermath.
Yeah, you have to, really. I mean, the influence that Death Row had, it grips us all for 4 or 5 years, and then it kind of fizzled out. What do you think of Snoop buying Death Row Records?
That's a good one. I like that, man. I think that was amazing. Why not?
Why not, indeed?
You know what I mean?
For the history he's got with the label, for sure. Do you agree with the logo change?
Yes and no.
I mean, I've actually got a Death Row tattoo there.
Right, and is it it's totally different, or is it just
a Snoop character? You know, the actual Snoop Dogg, instead of the dude with a cover over his head.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I figured, you know, it would at least be like that, but a rebrand.
You know, with the chain, he was like that with at the Super Bowl with the chain he had on. That's the new logo for Death Row Records.
Oh wow! I did not know that. I'm definitely gonna look that up. Damn, Snoop, that's crazy. I did not see that. I did not. I seen he made like 55 mil or something off of NFTs the other day. Like
what? Another guy that really knows what he's doing in the music industry. I like a couple of I've got to say just a couple of his albums, but the rest of it I'm not a fan of, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
Snoop, stuff I do.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel a lot. It's funny because it's funny you brought him up. A lot of people actually say that my track, my Early in the Morning, they said it's like a Snoop vibe. A lot of people tell me, like,
I can see that. I feel that vibe. Yeah, for sure. Good for you, man.
I'm like, what?
Cut Calhoun or Chris Calico?
Cut Calhoun, that's my boy. And rest in peace to Cameron Aarons, my best friend, man. He was a Strange Music diehard street team member, everything from day one. So yeah, and Cut actually came to, it's on YouTube. You could type in Cut Calhoun, Cameron Aarons. And he came to, when my boy Cameron got paralyzed into the wheelchair, he couldn't make it to a show one time. Cut came all the way out to his house and showed him love there and did all kinds of shit. So I've Cut's that dude. I seen that neither one of them are with Strange now. So
next one, Tech Nine or Stevie Stone?
Oh man, I'm gonna say Tech Nine.
I've got to say he is my actual favorite artist, Tech Nine. I can listen to Tech all day. And again, he's another one that's a bit of a phenomenon with regards to being an independent artist.
Right. Man, Tech, have you seen all my shout out videos from Tech and Travis and all them? No. Oh man, I got stuff from J-Rock.
Send them to me. I listen to that all day.
Got you.
Where do you go from here? What's next for Standish913?
Man, we have a lot of stuff coming. I feel like NFTs. That's one thing that it's currently in process. Very very soon. Very soon. I'm currently, getting everything together as we speak. So NFTs. Of course, more interviews. I'm blowing that website up. That website's going crazy. Um, I I got a couple more things. I new music. I'll say new music. I'm not gonna say no names or nothing, but I got some new music on the way. So right now I only have that one track out online. So this next one's gonna be wicked.
How would your team describe you?
My scene,
Your team, the people that you
my
work with,
team,
how would they describe you?
my team, man. I feel like they think I probably don't sleep, and they don't know how I do it. A hustler, a
Last of
hustler.
a
That's
dying breed. Last of a dying breed. People that don't sleep.
right, right. Yeah, I would say the one word, hustler. That's how they feel about me. I'm hoping.
Do you suffer at all with any kind of anxiety when surrounding your work, or is it all
Anxiety,
confidence and you know what you're doing and you're forthright?
man. Anxiety. I've battled with anxiety my whole life. Um, Anxiety is my best friend. I can say that.
Good
Anxiety
call.
is definitely my best friend.
Before we wrap this up, does anybody want to give shouts out to, brother?
Shout outs, definitely. Daryl DMC McDaniels for one. My mother, definitely. Um, the whole team, everybody right now that's supporting me, that's buying the music, streaming the music, doing anything, buying the ebooks, anything with my name on it, man. I appreciate it. Even a share, a like, anything. At this point, man, definitely shout out to you guys, and definitely shout out to you, bro, for bringing me on here. For
Thank you
sure.
for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
You take care. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
All right, brother. Peace out, man.